Work, 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 work. All I do is work, 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 work. I be putting work, 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 work. Oh, okay. Hey, what's up, besties? Today I'm going to be walking you through my student planner that I have from Werk, which is Werk University by Collierville. If you guys don't know who she is, make sure you guys follow her. She is absolutely amazing at helping you to reach your goals. Her thing is you don't have a money problem, you have a mindset problem. And when I heard her say that on her podcast, I was like, that's my motto. That's what I've been teaching. It isn't something that you are dealing with as far as like not having enough. Sometimes there isn't enough, but there's always ways to make more. Jay-Z says there's a million ways to get it. Choose one. I don't know if he was talking about this in particular, but we're going to apply it to this today. This is the Werk University student workbook, and I got this like towards the middle of January, so I wasn't able to like fill it out and everything, but I'm going to take time to fill it out with you guys today so you can see what January looks like, and then we'll get into February so we can start planning for February. The thing that I like about this is that it's very goal oriented, and it's all about keeping us focused on what our individual goals are, not anything for anybody else but what we want to do. And for me, you guys know I love planners. It is so important that we keep everything on paper, that we write things down, that we have something that we can go back and look at and really make it make sense. So at the beginning of the month we set our goals, and then at the end of the month we come back and we follow up and say, okay, well, what did we do last month? Did we come up short? Are we doing this? And one of the things that I love about Werk University, the overall group, that all the women that are in there are just absolutely amazing. Like when I tell you, like, we aren't afraid to say I didn't do as well as I wanted to, I did better than what I planned to. It's just no shame in your game. And when you can get around a bunch of women who are business minded like that, who are like, look, I'm just starting out, I just don't know what I'm doing, I need some help, you know, some different things like that, I think that's super duper important. And I live and I love for a sisterhood like that. So Werk University is my zhush. I love it, I love it, I love it. If you guys are interested, make sure you guys follow Collierville, because this is just the spring semester. Our homecoming is actually going to be in Miami. Like, this a whole, like, when she said this was gonna be Werk University, I didn't think it was gonna be like as big as this, but baby, let me tell you, okay, it is definitely as big as you can think of when you think of a university. We have freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors, and I classified as a senior because I already had a lot of the things in place. I just needed some extra help, some momentum, some extra tips to kind of get the ball extremely rolling, and that's what this has been helping me do this month. If you guys have been paying attention to my shop, you've seen me kind of update some of the things that I had before. I've been posting more, trying to get more of my products out. I actually reached out to an artist. I had kind of gave up on finding an artist to redo Bit because the artist that I previously had on the Bit design, she basically kind of disappeared, and so I am not an artist. So I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do, because this is my baby and I cannot let somebody else be the cause of me to stop my baby. And so I think it was one of our like classes that we have, and it was talking about manifestation and all of this stuff, and anyways, and so I just reached out and somebody hit me up and she was like, yeah, I could do it. She gave me a sample and boom, we've been working ever since. So if you guys have seen Bit coming out with new hairstyles, you've seen her, you know, whatever, she is on the move, and I'm so excited because when you have something that's like your baby, you really want to like follow through. So a part of Werk University is identifying like your different streams of income, because you want to be able to thrive and strive regardless. Like, most successful people have at least seven streams of income. I'm sorry. So it's not just one thing that they're just focused on, it's multiple things that help them sustain and keep going. And that's why you find people investing in things, you find people starting businesses and doing this over here and this over here, and even though one thing may have failed, they're still moving over here because they still have a lot going on as far as their streams of income. So what I did is I counted up the ways, so I counted up that I have 11 streams of income right now. If I just like focused on like the actual things I have coming in, I have 11 different streams of income. Now what that also told me was that I kind of need to put a little bit more focus on making that income be greater and making it stick. So with that, that's kind of why I ended up in the senior category, because I already have the streams of income. The money is coming in, but it's just not as much as I feel like. Y'all know how we are. We feel like we should be making more, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that helps you to continue to go and grow as things are happening. So with that being said, that's why I'm going to walk you through my my student semester planner, and just kind of show you guys how I set my goals and what I was thinking about when I set them, and if I achieved my January goals, and then setting up for February. I have talked to you guys to death for about 5 minutes, so hope you guys stick around so you can see what's inside of here. Hey. You got it, girl, you got it. All right, so we are going to get into the Werk University. This is, like, you can't tell me this is not cute. Like, it is absolutely adorable. I have never had a planner this wide, like where it opens up this way. Normally there would be like this way, but I thought it was cool that it is this long and this wide, so that's pretty dope. I just added my name on there. I probably could have like printed something off and been all cutesy, but I wasn't. So in the front, you do get a calendar. You get your perpetual calendar for 2020, 2021, and 2022. You know I love those. So it says the theme for the year over here, working on myself. So like kind of starting out with where you are, and then at the end of it you'll figure out, like, you'll be adding stuff to it. Okay, anyways, and it says this year I will. So your self-development goals, relationship goals, financial, spirituality, career, health and well-being, recreation, and other. I like that a lot. And then you have your monthly over here for January. Again, I got this like in the middle of January, so I hadn't really gotten into it, but I'm gonna take the time to fill it out with you guys. And then you put your important dates, and then your monthly planner. So the book that you're reading for the month, I think that is pretty dope. And then any big ideas that you have, and what your money goal is. My money goal for this month was $1,200. I exceeded that by a few $100s, and I'm really excited about that. Work with an expert. So if I have someone that I wanted to work with, and figure out like how I can work with them to, you know, get things done. I love this part of it. And then over here is work your vision. And so the way that she did it, that she showed us in the thing, was that it was big enough for you to fit like sticky notes right in here. So you could write your vision. I'm just going to show you guys really quickly how it would look. So you can change them around as you need to, and draw things, map things out, like whatever your vision is. And I'm going to leave those there because I actually need those. And then you have a blank space as well. And then over here you have your weekly planner, and so you can plan off everything: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then your weekend, and any follow-ups, your priorities. Then over here you have this week's affirmation, your wellness tracker, self-care, this week's wins, this week I'm grateful for, and your goals and how you're going to achieve those goals over here. And you just have like several weeks in between there. And then you have your month in review. So you would say how much money you made, your goals accomplished, most profitable stream of income, least profitable stream of income, and then your income tracker. So everything that you've been kind of like selling or whatever it is, like you would just keep track of all of that different stuff. So like for me, this is where I would put like my coaching business, I would put my Etsy, my Wix, like all that stuff, and whatever I made over there, and you know, just kind of separate that. Okay, so it says based on this month's results, next month I will focus on, down at the bottom, and then it goes into February. And so that's where we are right now. And actually, you know what? I think I'm just going to move forward. I'm not going to go backwards with you guys. I'll do that on my own time. But I'll go into February since we are right here in Le February with you. Let's get started. So just some important dates that I have going on that I had was my new releases for my shop. So important dates I'll put on the 1st. We had new releases. On the 12th, I have my, oh, is this the 12th? What day? That might have that date wrong for the 12th, but I have a collab, so I'm going to put the 15th. I have my March collab. for my shop, and that's with Tia in her boutique. So that's something that's coming up. And I think that's pretty much it as far as like important dates or whatever, but I'm gonna go ahead and kind of mark those. Where did the little things go? So this month we'll use some reds, just so I can keep track of those things that I had going on. So I make these stickers in my shop. If you guys are wondering, they're called tacks or thumbtacks or something like that. They're in the shop, so if you're ever interested in wanting to get some little tacks to put on like important dates and such, you could do so with those. So that way I know my new releases are here. And this is on Wix. And then I'll just need to go through and add those same new releases to Etsy. I like to give myself a little bit of time between launching on my Wix and my Etsy, because my Etsy, if you guys don't know, or if you don't have an Etsy shop, oh, and let me just say, this planner is going to be solely for business. It's not going to be for like extra stuff or anything, because I already have my baby right here. Like, she's good, she's Gucci. So I just use this one as a business planner. So now I can like put everything together, and now I can finally do my all my planners, like what planners I'm using for 2020. But anyway, so all of this is for business related stuff. With Etsy gives you a search engine. It's like Google for shopping, basically. And so you get traffic that you don't necessarily advertise for. They're just finding you by the keyword searches. Sometimes Etsy promotes your stuff. And so the thing about Wix, this is me like promoting on my own. And so I like to give myself a couple of days to kind of let that traffic go through before I go into Etsy, because that one will like generate its own, which causes more orders, which causes me more work, which I'm not upset about, but I like to plan it out. See how the plan works? Yeah. So this is Etsy listings. Okay. And so that's kind of how I work when I do stuff like this. Like, I like to plan it out based on the systems and the processes and things like that I'm using. And I do want to do another like ultimate coaching session where I like invite everybody to come on, and I do like a YouTube session on my Zoom. So that's a thing, but as of right now I haven't set a date for that one, but I think that's what I'm going to work on. That'll be one of my things that I do. So my big ideas, my book for the month, I think we have two of them. So I have a book that I read for myself, and then I have one that I read for others. Most of them kind of, you know, entwine together. So this is the Fresh Start book. And then I also have a book for the book club. So I have my own book club with Planning a Better Me, and then I have one with the Werk University as well. So I'm reading Fresh Start, and then the other book, I honestly cannot think of it at the top of my head right now, and it is nowhere in my sight or my vision. So yeah, so my big idea would be to hold YouTube training on website. So what I did last time is I hosted it through my website, and that's how I kind of got some of my coaching clients. So I think that will work really, really well. Last time my money goal was $1,200, so I'm just gonna bump that up to $2,000. No, last time I was $2,000 for everything, right? $2,000 for everything. So I just want to bump that up just slightly. I'm going to say, okay, just hear me out. I'm going to say $2,300. And that's because a lot of the things that I'm selling, oh, I forgot my budget. No, I'm still gonna keep this at $2,300. I got some things that I've been selling that, like, now I feel like now that people are getting into it, they may not be purchasing those things, because once you buy it once, you really don't have to keep buying it again and again and again. So that's kind of the thing with selling printables, and you kind of have to learn, you know, to keep adding things and changing things up to, you know, make it work for you. So big ideas there. That's what I have. Working with an expert. Someone that I want to work with is, I'm thinking, I got two things. I kind of want to pay for Collierville, but I think I'm not ready for her just yet. I need to get some other groundwork laid. So I think for this month, I'm just going to put working with Viv. and I have her contact information. She is the owner of Notique. She's also the person who wrote Fresh Start. You might find her at Jokotade, but I call her Viv. So training topic, I haven't really quite grasped that yet, but you know, we'll work on that. We'll get it together, okay? And then some notes that I have. I don't really have any like notes at the moment, so we'll just skip through that. And this will be where you would write your vision items in. I need some other color sticky notes. This is not going to work. So this is my vision for my class. So my YouTube class will be here. And this would be audience growth or audience building, like learning how to build your audience, what works, and just some tips and tricks with that. So I would definitely want to do that for YouTube, for my like my coaching business and all of that stuff. And then I have like my podcast. Let's just go ahead and put them all down. Like I'll get some other colors later. I know this is probably like somebody somewhere is like, girl, stop using all these sticky notes. And I'm like, girl, I love sticky notes. Let's use them. Let's use them up. That's what they're used for. This is what it's made for. Okay. So I have, oh, that was a big idea. I have to figure out, the Audible market. Okay, so I really want to become an Audible person, like someone who reads the books, so I can become a reader. So I'll have to follow up on that and all of that stuff so that I can become that person. Alright. Okay, so something else is my podcast over here. If you guys didn't know, I have a podcast. I also have a blog. So my podcast, I want to do some interviews this month. And I want to hit some pressing topics. In my head, I feel like I'm like this really cool like journalist. Like, I don't know why in my head I feel like that, but I think I have some really great things that I could bring to the table if I just sat down and planned it out and all that stuff. So same thing with my blog. I want to do some collaborations and interviews. And thanks to the group, we have started a blog, a Work Babe bloggers. So if you guys are interested and you're a blogger and you just want to come and join us over there, we're trying to get some things together, things that we know that we can do, things like that. So I'll put that down here. And then I have my YouTube over here and my Etsy and my Wix. So these are my stores down here, but these are like pretty much the ways that I make my money. So my YouTube class, my coaching class, I want to do a big one, and then I also want to do a smaller one for those who are already in the coaching service so that they can get some additional assistance. So I think that's pretty cool. And then over here, I think I'm just going to journal. All right, so now we're into our weekly planner. And what I think I love the most is that it does allow for you to have the weekend time. But the funny thing is I'm trying to figure out how I need all of this to flow for me. So since we are here already, we'll do the week of February the 3rd through February, what would that be? That is really sad. I'm sitting here like, okay, that's February the 3rd through the 9th. Okay. So some things I need to do for sure. I need to upload. And I need to upload on Tuesday. I need to publish podcast. And we also said add listings to Etsy. Okay, and then on Wednesday it's promo time, it's go time. And my blog, I'm gonna have my blog written. I need to upload here Friday, upload, and then Saturday I need to record batch content. Okay, and all of these days are days I'm going to have to work on orders. So there won't be a day next week where I can kind of take off. I'm just going to have to go hard with it so that I can clear out my queue. Okay, so another thing I need to do is adjust production times. Hope you guys can see that. Production times on Etsy. So I need to change that, because what people don't realize is, again, it's just me, but on the weekends I don't count that as one of my days. So I need to make sure that I say that as well. Like, even though I work, quote unquote, you may see me working on those days, like, I don't count those as my days. So it's business days, Monday through Friday. So if you order on a Friday evening, you technically are falling into that bucket. Your days will not start until Monday. So I just want to make that clearer for people so that they understand and aren't looking for it like the next day. Like, give me some time. You know, it's just me. So my top priorities are YouTube. Gotta go strong with those budget videos and things like that. And then we'll put Elaine Michelle Studio, which that encompasses Wix and Etsy. And then I really need to focus in on my podcast, because I missed a week of my podcast and I don't like that. So those are going to be my priorities. This week's affirmation is, you got this for real. That's my affirmation. Like, no matter what it is, you got this, girl. You can do it. It's gonna happen. Okay, so for this wellness tracker, I'm just gonna leave that there. This week I am grateful for, honestly, can I just tell y'all the truth? I'm grateful for being in my right mind. And that is so true. Like, being in my right mind, because so much is going on around me. I could like totally be off kilter, and I'm not, and I feel like that's a good thing. So this week's goal to make it happen, what is going to be my goal? Goal. This week's goal is going to be, think about my goal. I'm gonna think about that one, because I think I want this one to be focused on, let's my YouTube. I want to do my YouTube growth. Okay, so step 1 is going to be consistently posting. And then I have to respond to comments. I need to post, and by this there's like a posting thing on YouTube that you can use, just so I'm gonna post for interaction, and then I'm going to promote. And I think this will help me be able to like really achieve where I want to be. So yeah, that's how we're doing our thing. So as stuff starts to come up, I will just add that in there. I'll go in and work my vision, so whatever I want to do. And then I have my February already done, and I just love this. Okay, so let me go to the back so I can show you guys. Oh wait, we did our money goal. Okay, so that's all of our weekly stuff, and then it gets into here, and this is where we do like a profit planner and all of that stuff. And then we have understanding your audience, like who your ideal person is, your objectives and all that stuff. And this is the cheat sheet, so to launching your particular business, like how you're going to do it, and do I have a marketing plan, do I have this and that, and just all stuff I need to start working on. And then this is creating an opt-in offer. This goes a little bit further than where I am right now. I know that I want to do stuff like this, but I ain't ready. Okay, and then this is map out your money plan, and so what your offer is, who your audience is, how you'll build it. And I love that she gave us an example, and I think that's so stinking dope. So now you can go in and kind of do your own and figure out how you want it to go. So what you're offering, who your audience is, how you're going to build your authority, how you work your offer, and then where will your customer make the purchase. And you have several of those money plans back here. And then she gives you a 50 side hustles idea, which I absolutely love. So different ways that you can get into making some extra money without having to, you know, go too far out of your, you know, you may have to go a little bit far, but it won't take you that much to get into it. Things that are like really quickly to do and all of that. So all right, this is it. Thank you guys for walking through my Work University student planner with me and planning out February, which I'm so excited to use this and just kind of get into it. I'm going to go back through and fill this part in for January just to show where I ended up at, because I had a pretty great month, I would say. So yeah, that's it, you guys, and I'll catch you in my next one. Mwah. KK, bye.